Professor Shigeo Katsu, President of the Nazarbayev University, Kazakhstan, Dr. Petri Talis, Secretary General of the WMO, the World Meteorological Organization, Mr. Asad Razouk, Group CEO, Syndicatum Sustainable Resources, my colleagues, Dr. Rajiv Seth, Pro Vice Chancellor, Deans, Dr. Prateek Sharma, Mr. Amit Kumar, Registrar, Mr. Pradeep Padhi, students, parents, families, distinguished guests. It's a real pleasure to welcome all of you here for this convocation ceremony. The year 2015, as has been referred earlier, has been unprecedented in its global commitment to act urgently so as to address the challenges of sustainable development. Not only did we agree in September 2015 on a new set of sustainable development goals that are universally applicable on all developing and developed countries, but against all odds, we also arrived at a global agreement in December in Paris to address climate change and to limit human interference in Earth's climate system. Both these agreements also lay an enormous emphasis on education and capacity building. While Sustainable Development Goal 4 emphasizes ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education per se, it also calls for ensuring that all learners acquire the knowledge and skills needed to promote sustainable development, including, among others, through education for sustainable development. In a similar fashion, Articles 11 and 12 of the Paris Agreement emphasize the importance of capacity building and education on climate change, which issue, as you are all aware, touches all aspects of our life. These two defining global agreements are going to shape our patterns of development and economies of the future, and will also provide the platform for our students to make their mark on India and the world at large. For the information of our distinguished guests, the TERI University is well placed and indeed is ahead of the curve in being able to respond to the call for new development paradigms. Knowledge for sustainable development. That's the tagline of the TERI University. Unique in the country, as the Pro Vice Chancellor mentioned, and the region, our programs are continuously evolving to provide students with the interdisciplinary knowledge they need to find systemic solutions to these complex challenges that we face. It is heartening to see our students already making significant contributions to policy making at the highest level, bringing systemic thinking to industry and consultancies, and creating their own enterprises to both provide sustainability solutions as well as to give others the platform to do so. Having said that, what constitutes sustainable development is very context specific, and India, as we know, is a microcosm of the world. We find a reflection of the richest people in the world in our country, as also of the poorest of the poor. The diversity of our natural ecosystems is staggering, as is that of the socio-cultural environment that defines aspirations and choices for the people in India. As such, it is important to enlarge the reach of the university, its purpose and values, so as to create more specialized contextual capacities and mobilize society in different parts of the country to lead the sustainability movement. It is for this reason that we have started work on the campuses that have been referred to earlier in Guwahati and Hyderabad, and we hope to be able to start offering select programs of study from these campuses very soon. It is heartening too that the Government of India is committed to both sustainable development and to the promotion of innovation and quality in the Indian educational space. For the ambition that India has demonstrated in the face of the challenges it has, I believe that the world has to come forward and partner with India and its institutions. We, on our part, are continuing to build the strong and effective relationships with a number of institutions to facilitate greater understanding and cooperation towards what is now referred to as our common goals. Today, we are privileged to have in our midst three eminent global leaders. Our chief guest, Professor Katsu, our guests of honor, Dr. Petri Talis and Mr. Asad Razouk, who between them represent the interface between problem identification, solution development, and implementation. Our Board of Management has approved the conferment of the degree, Doctor of Philosophy honoris causa, on our esteemed guests, and they have, in turn, graciously accepted this relationship with the TERI University. I would like to congratulate all of you who are graduating today in the presence of such esteemed global leaders and wish you all the very best for your journeys going forward. As the Pro-Vice Chancellor mentioned, you are uniquely qualified to think differently, and I do hope that in the humdrum of daily life, you do not forget the edge that this institution has given you. We will be keenly following your progress and contributions to society and the reputations you build for yourselves and for your alma mater. Good luck.